Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, this is my 30-week pregnancy update. And I didn't combine this particular week with another week just because I felt like I had a lot to discuss with you guys, and I didn't want that to be like my other videos where they're like 20 minutes long because, let's be honest, ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm gonna start by apologizing for my daughter. She's very loud. She's watching her show and eating lunch, so she might be making quite a bit of noise here and there, so I'll apologize for that first. But yeah, this is my 30-week update. I am currently 31 weeks, 2 days, I believe, at this point. So I'm just gonna go over everything that happened last week. I have mentioned this in my previous video that I had started getting Braxton Hicks contractions. I'm still having those, so I'm not going to dwell on that subject because I've already touched on that before. Okay, my camera died, but I'm back. So anyways, like I was saying, the Braxton Hicks are still happening, and I'm sure that they're gonna happen up until I give birth. I think I told you guys in the last video as well that I've experienced them more so when I'm at the gym, and I did talk to my doctor about that, and he basically just said that you're fine until you feel like you can't breathe or talk through those types of contractions. He just said make sure you're hydrating and things like that. So everything's normal, but yes, I am getting Braxton Hicks contractions still. A symptom that's new this week and that I didn't experience in my last pregnancy is an itchy belly. And it's not even like the front part of my belly, it's the sides. And I never experienced that with my first, and it's funny because I started itching on my sides, and I just thought, well, maybe it's just, maybe it's just because it's, getting cooler out, the, times are changing, and maybe that's why. But no, it is still continuing. And if you guys remember from a few videos back, I use coconut oil at night on my belly, so that's super hydrating and moisturizing. But I am getting an itchy belly, and it's just funny that it's just the sides. Comment below and let me know if you guys have experienced that, where it's just the sides of your belly, not the front. Because I always envisioned it being more so the front of my stomach, I guess because that's the region that's most like stretched. But no, for me, it's definitely the sides. This next symptom I have mentioned before, and that was having bad back pain. And I don't want to go as far as saying like it's horrible or it's extreme or anything like that, because I know a lot of women have it super bad and mine really isn't. And it's my lower back, like the left side, and it shoots into my butt. And it doesn't go like down my legs or anything like that. It's just strictly like my left side of my back. And she's giving me a hug. Thank you. Oh. Thank you. The left side of my back into my left leg. That's another symptom that I've never experienced in my last pregnancy, and it's so funny how pregnancies differ so greatly, and I never had that with her. I had the back pain, but I think that was just because I was so heavy, and this time I'm not even remotely close to being as heavy as I was then. And I'm having the back pain that's going into my left butt cheek. So that definitely hurts. I will be bringing that up to my doctor when I see him in like 2 weeks. But as far as everything that I've looked online about, that's normal that women experience that. Baby's like laying on a nerve or something like that. So I'm still having that bad back pain. And the back pain is going to lead me into my next topic, which is weight gain. I haven't gained any more weight. I have been sitting at the only gaining 15-pound mark for the last 3 or 4 weeks. And I'm extremely proud of that. I think that's awesome that I've only gained 15 pounds. And I know for every woman it's different, and every woman gains a different amount of weight. I mean, the first time I gained 60 pounds, but that was because I ate whatever the heck I wanted, and I definitely didn't work out. And I wish that I would have been different because it took me so long to lose the weight. And on top of that, I you know, had bad habits because of what I did. Bottom line is I pretty much damaged my body in a bad way. I was used to eating super healthy and being so active and fit. And for those 9 months when I just kind of went on the rampage of my dreams, it really, really had an effect on me in a bad way, mentally and physically. But I swore to myself I would never do that again, and I haven't. And so I'm very proud of only gaining 15 pounds thus far. And we are almost there. We are at the home stretch, me being 31 weeks. So we're almost there. If I can just, you know, steer away from those not ice cream, those like cookie cravings and candy cravings, then we're gonna be golden here, guys. I've still been experiencing heartburn, and I had this like crazy my last pregnancy, so I definitely expected it this time. It's at night and when I'm laying in bed, and that's like the worst. Thank you so much. That's the worst. And that's when I'm popping Tums, and it's like my chest is on fire. But at least it's not an all day thing. I mean, depending on, and I know that what you eat also has an effect on you, on your heartburn. So if I eat something spicy, I definitely notice an increase in heartburn. And you know, but that spicy food is just so good. Like I can't resist it. And if you guys watch the vlogs, you know I love Tabasco sauce, and it's like, girl, it just gives me such bad heartburn, but I love it, and I just can't stop eating it. So it is probably my fault that I am getting heartburn, and so I'm not trying to complain about it. And when I get it, I normally don't even really say anything about it, or I'll just tell my husband that it's kicking my butt or whatever, and I'll make like a joke of it. But it's probably my fault, and I should steer clear of those spicy foods, but I just can't. So, so I'm definitely gonna have a few more weeks of heartburn-filled pain. I haven't had any cravings or aversions this week, and I feel like I say that every week. And I almost feel that that's a great thing. Like sometimes I'll crave like a candy bar or a Reese's, or you know, something just like everybody craves, but I don't crave anything specific that I'm attributing towards pregnancy. But I haven't had any aversions to any food. Everything sounds great, everything tastes great. I know a lot of women say that their taste buds change during pregnancy, and that's probably so true, but I haven't noticed that to be true for me. Everything's fine. I've been eating the same foods throughout my pregnancy and haven't had an issue. But this week I haven't really craved anything, which is odd because normally you guys know that I eat one bad meal a week, and normally I am like roaring to go for that one day. I'm like, I know I want this, and this on my cheat day, or I want this particular meal, or whatever the case is. But this week I could have went without, to be honest with you, because I just wasn't craving anything like I have in the past. But so no cravings, no aversions this week. My feet have started to swell, and I told you guys, thank you, I told you guys that in my last update also. It's just the tops of my feet and like my toes. It's not even like the ankle parts, which I experienced so badly when I was pregnant with my daughter. And this, I don't know if it's gonna change, you know, the farther along I get, and it very well could be. I still have 8 weeks left, 9 weeks left. I'll keep you guys updated and let you know about the swelling, but right now, nothing crazy. My hands aren't crazy swollen, but I know towards the end I'll probably be retaining a little bit more fluid, so we'll just have to see. One major thing I wanted to update you guys on was my birth plan. And not the last time, a few videos ago, if you remember, I had posted and said that I had a great possibility of giving birth by myself, just because we are military and we don't have anybody here to watch our daughter for, you know, a day or 2 days, whatever the case is. And our family lives hours south from us, you know, where it's hard for them to just take off of work or whatever the case is. And I was prepared to go in there by myself. And more recently, when we had our baby shower, I spoke to my mother-in-law, and she basically just said that she would be here no matter what the case was, and she would come no matter what time to stay at least just a day to help. And God bless her, because without her, I would be in the hospital alone, and my husband would be missing the birth of his son. And I know that he was so devastated about the thought of that. And you guys know that it affected me too. I would have gotten through it, because you do what you have to do, and you do what you have to do as a parent, and you know, you get through things. And what's a couple of days in the hospital versus a lifetime of having him as my son? Or I don't know, but I knew that the potential of my husband missing, you know, his son's birth, I knew that hit him so hard, and it made me sad for him more than myself, because I would be there and I would get to see it, but that would be something that he would never get to see, and that's a one-time thing. And anyways, I'm kind of ranting about that, but bottom line is, my mother-in-law said that she would come and stay at least a day, which would be perfect just for him to see his son being born, and he could come home and be with Emmeline, and you know, until I'm out of the hospital. And of course he would be popping in and out with her and seeing, you know, me and our child. The last thing that I'm going to talk about is pelvic pain, and that is not as terrible as it was with my daughter. And that's just come about this week. I've started experiencing the pelvic pain when I sit up, like out of bed, or when I roll over. And basically it's like when I use my lower abdomen to do something, I can feel that pelvic pain pretty intensely. With her, it was so severe and so sharp that I constantly felt like crying. Like walking was so painful for me, and sitting was painful, laying was painful, flipping from side to side was so painful. But this time it hasn't been that bad, knock on wood, but like I said, we still have like 8 or 9 weeks left, so I don't know if it's gonna get worse. But right now it's not crazy bad, so I'm thanking the good Lord for that. But it's there, I feel it when I lay down or sit up, like I just said. So that's definitely a new symptom, but it's manageable. And that's gonna be it for this pregnancy update. I'm about to show you my bump. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe before you go if you'd like to see more videos just like this one. And I will see you guys in the next update. Bye guys. Okay guys, this is my front bump. I'm in a dress, so I'm not gonna just be like, woo. But anyways, front bump and side bump. So